Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever this video may find you. It's your girl, G's Louise, back with another message. It's on my mind this morning, right? When we're born, when we're in the womb, right? When we're in our mother's stomach, growing, there is a certain intelligence about us that we carry. You know, human beings are very, very very versatile beings. We're very powerful beings. And when we are born and we're as we grow, right, there is just an automatic intelligence, right, that we carry. And I feel like as you get older, you get more and more away from who you are originally, who you were put here to be, and that intelligence, you know, like it's like you know what you know already. Even being a baby, even being a fetus, even coming out and learning how to walk, knowing when to cry to get food, you know, and then even that connection to your mother is very intelligent. The connection to you and your mom, to know he's hungry, she's hungry, mom, I'm hungry, or it's a lot of things that moms just know. If you notice, there's like, I just know, because they're connected to you in some way, telepathically. Like, it's certain things that we connect to our children without an explanation. Like, it's not like there's some kind of book that's like, oh, that tells you. Like, it's just an intelligence that's there, you know, that's already there. It's like there's a whole lot of things that you just know as a human being, things that you can appreciate. But the more that we become exposed to our environment, so to speak, the more that you entertain exterior things, meaning activities, school, practice, band practice, sports, football, basketball, the more you become exposed to television, social media, music, depending on the type of music, whatever content that you are exposed to outside of yourself and who you are, the more you get away from who you are. When you are small, you already know. You already know a lot of things. Like, you already know who you are. You know when you don't want to do something. You know when you don't like somebody. You know when you don't want to speak to somebody. How many times have your child been acting funny with a person and it's like, you're like, no, say hey to them. And the kid is like, man, I don't know them. I don't like them. I don't want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And you like, nah. You gotta talk to them. And this is like, but I don't want to. I don't know them. You making me do that because that's how you want, that's what you want. There's some kids and some that retrograde really screws up your speech. It's like I can't get the message out. That happened yesterday. It's like I stumbled over my words the entire message. It was so annoying. I don't even like to go back and watch my videos. I'm not like everybody else. I just need to get it out there because I know if I watch it, I'm not going to want to post it because it's going to be like, I don't like how I sound. I don't like how I look. I don't like that. But anyway, the child will take to certain people. And those people are the people that suit them and their energy and their vibration. They don't want to talk to people, everybody that you know. That's your people that you attracted. That you fuck with. That's why I don't believe in mixing and mingling friends, because they're my friends. If I have a friend, that doesn't mean that my friend is going to like my other friend because they're my friends. It's not for everyone to like, it's for me. You know, like my dude is for me, not nobody else. So if you don't like him, then, you know, that's on you. But anyway, that's a lot of subject. But the point that I make it is a level of intelligence that we automatically come into the world with, period. And the older we get, the more we become aware of things that don't matter, if that makes sense. And it begins to, in a sense, it begins to take you away from who you are, one little piece at a time. And each time that you give in to these things that are external, that are not of who you are internally, the more and more you get away from your life purpose. And I've realized over the years, just me dealing with different people and even the things that I've been through personally. Like when I begin, if you ever pay attention, right? If you ever pay attention, it's a lot going on this morning in my street. I mean, what the hell? I mean, damn. It's just too many people. So many things. And what the fuck is he pulling up right here for? Anyway, so I feel like I gotta get this out. So when you get older, right? If you notice, older people, they're like no nonsense. They're like, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not dealing with this thing or whatever, right? They're getting back to who they are because there's a lot of shit that you're not gonna deal with because you're now being more selfish. You're more so catering to you now. Because the world wants you to cater to them. They don't want you to cater to yourself. They don't want you to really win anyway. I mean, the whole agenda is geared to get you off of your path, to have you distracted and be confused about who the fuck you are. Because if you know who the fuck you are, you know who God is. And if you know who God is, you know who you are. And if you're in alignment with that, then you have so much power. Like you have the power to really walk inside your purpose You're really focused at that point. And when you're really focused like that, there's a whole slew of things that you can get done. And they don't want that. Within purpose now. This is all within purpose. Because I can say this. When I was young, right? I went through a lot. So we can say, it's safe to say that dealing with mean kids and kids that's always coming from you, coming for you every day or whatever, it can kind of turn you into a defensive person. It can make, if you allow it. But as a child, it's like you lose that over time. Like when you're young, you're like, yeah, you stand up, right? For what you believe in. But then when you start to get like beat down enough, you get weaker and weaker, and then you just become somebody you're not, just to coexist within that environment that you are in. You know, like I know everybody on that BMF, right? I don't even watch TV, but I was at my homeboy house and I happened to, it was on TV. It was on his TV, and it caught my attention. I was watching it, and Big Meech, his son, is playing him, right? Well, usually when you got a gangster in real life or a street nigga in real life, it's usually he's his son or his offsprings, they're really not, you know, gangster. They're pretty much like on some other shit, because, you know, most gangsters' children, they raise them, they, you know, different. They you know, especially they move them out of the hood, of course, and, you know, so they're exposed to a different environment versus the environment that their gangster ass dad was exposed to. So with that being said, me and my sister agreed, like, watching it, you don't get gangster vibes from him. Like, he's just not, I mean, he's, you know, his now the brother in the series gives the gangster vibe, right? Pretty much. He has that in him, you could tell, or something. It's something different, right, that he delivers. I'm saying that to say, even with watching BMF, any gangster movie for that matter, any series, we could even use Power. Jamie was the biggest drug dealer in Charlotte. Oh, Ghost, right? I mean, in Charlotte. I'm tripping. And wherever the fuck he was at, right? So he's the biggest drug dealer, right? Boom. So all he knew is he made a decision. First of all, he was in a certain environment. So he was exposed to an environment, and before he was exposed to this environment, he liked Angie. He liked school. You know, he was really smart and all that shit, right? But he got exposed to something. Something came along on his path or his journey externally that made his internal react to that differently. You understand? So he took on characteristics of his environment, which made him now decide, oh, I'm gonna become, like, you know, one of the biggest drug dealers in wherever, right? So he did that shit and he nailed it. Okay. Him, Tommy, had the whole organization. We know, we watch Power. So boom. So with watching Power, you know, you could see how he started. After he accomplished all that, he got where he was trying to go. He decided, okay, I don't want to do this shit no more. Okay? I don't want to do this shit no more. I did this because I wanted to get out of my environment, right? So now I'm out of it. I don't want to do this shit no more. I got enough money to start businesses. I got enough money to run this whole city. I got enough money to run for mayor, to be the mayor of the city. I got enough money to get these politics. I got enough money. I could be with Angie now. That's the type of bitch I want to be with. Even though my ride or die chick, she been there. Yes, thank you. But I mean, you want me to be a drug dealer. You enjoy the drug dealer version of me. That's what you want. You want me to be a drug dealer. I don't want to be that no more. That's not who I am. That's never who I was to begin with. When he came out the womb, Ghost, the character, he didn't come out to be a drug dealer and a killer. They say it's in you, but there's a certain level of intelligence that we have. A lot of this shit is learned behaviors, and it's the comfort, and we take it on as that's who we are. You know, like my dad, I come from, you know, a level of crazy, so I understand levels of crazy, and I almost like levels of crazy, but that's not who I am. No, that's not who I am. Like when I was coming up and I got defensive, that's not who I am. I'm really a sweetheart. I really want to be a nice person and enjoy being who I am around people that can receive me. But it's hard to do that when you're in certain environments, because certain environments you got to be on point because there's so many snakes. You can't be you. You got to be on point. You got to be a poker face. You got to have, like in prison, niggas have to be a certain way for so long, and they can't. And then sometimes some of them are not intelligent enough emotionally to shut that shit off when they come to fuck here and have to deal with other types of people that aren't snakes, that aren't motherfuckers trying to get them. So I'm saying this to say, like, Ghost was getting back to, as he got older, you're a baby. You're on your journey, you come across people, you have environment. You start to change. It starts to change and unfold things about yourself. Now, when you get older, you're like getting back to who you are. Like I know niggas right now, street niggas, that's totally getting back to who they are. Like you can even look at Jeezy. Young Jeezy. He's a prime example. If you ever see him with his girl and just unwinding and being normal, he's a totally different nigga in the streets than he is just because that's who he really is. Your woman, if she does not bring out who you really are, you are with the wrong motherfucking bitch. Okay? But anyway, Ghost was getting back to who he was. He had a lot of motherfuckers that didn't want that shit. They liked the drug dealer version of him. They liked the killer version of him. His baby mama, what? You want to be... Why do you care about this club? Let's just sell drugs. She got kids and she want him to sell drugs. Tommy. You love Tommy. I love Tommy. We all love Tommy. But Tommy didn't want Ghost to be a legit nigga. You have to understand, a lot of your bonds are bonds based upon the drug world. Do you know how many niggas you lose if you go legit? And it don't be on no shit like, oh, fuck you, nigga. It be like literally you lose them. You lose interest. Y'all's conversations change. There's so many things that you don't have in common anymore. That shit hurts. It hurts. It's easier for motherfuckers to stay the same. It doesn't hurt as bad. But when you have to start shedding that exterior shit that you picked up along the way to come back to who you are, who you're supposed to be, to walk in your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing, that shit doesn't feel good and it's hard. But once you get there, listen, it's bliss. It's complete bliss. And the reason why it's been so much of a struggle, the reason why you've not been happy, even though you got all this fucking bread, like, you could be all these drug dealers out here that's really got that bread, or a lot of these rappers and shit, they be unhappy on the low. Like, you might not see that part because they're popping bottles in the club and having fun and shit, when they gotta lay down by themselves at night, or with, even if they gotta lay down with a bitch that they don't even give a fuck about. Because 9 times out of 10, a nigga is, I know they always say the saying, I know it sounds so crazy, this is gonna be the opposite of whatever the fuck you're used to hearing, but they say a nigga gonna be where he wanna be. Not always true. He's gonna be where he can be, because a lot of the times he's not aligned with the bitch that he's supposed to be with and that he wants to be with. So yeah, the bitch ain't fucking with him. And that go for niggas too. There's a lot of bitches out here that are supposed to be with certain types of niggas, and you know, they don't align with it, so they miss out. Do you think Black China is walking around here in her purpose? No, she shakes her ass, she's on drugs. Like, I'm not coming for her as a person, but she's still caught up in all of the collectives of her environment. I was that too. I mean, I didn't shake my ass or nothing, but I definitely was a product of my, I mean, I literally was walking around a product of my environment. As soon as I became selfish, which is frowned upon in society to be selfish. You're not supposed to put you in front of other people. Oh no. No. You're supposed to die putting yourself last, so everybody at your funeral can say, oh, yeah, they never put their self first. They always did everything for everybody else. And when you neglect yourself, and you don't have confidence in yourself, and you don't love on yourself, and you don't align up with who you are, which is God, it's a piece of what everything is doing. Like, you can't treat you like shit and treat another motherfucker better than yourself. Like, that's crazy. But that's what people, society wants you to do. And if you don't, it's like, oh, I can't believe that you chose yourself over me. I'm done with you. Well, so be it. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, you go ahead. Because I'm choosing me. And when you get back to who you are, not only do you feel free, I mean, you're in a flow. Things are easy. The moment you start engaging in all these thoughts that aren't for you, the moment you start doubting yourself, feeling bad about yourself, talking down on yourself, putting other people in front of you and your needs. How many times have you sat there and felt away and didn't say nothing, just so you can not you're being considerate of other people and their feelings, but what about yours? What about how you feel? What about what you need to be doing? Because if you don't pour into you, you really can't be no good for somebody else. There's no way. There's no way. Facing yourself and man in the mirror shit, like, that shit is hard to tell. So I get why a lot of people run their whole lives. But it is what needs to be done in order for you to have true happiness, for you to be in the flow of all of the things that your heart desires. Because honestly, whether you want to take this information and believe it or not, it is that simple. And we complicate it with our minds, thinking too goddamn much. There's a level of intelligence that you already have. You already know, like, what you're supposed to be doing. And I know you've heard the saying. The saying goes, You already have everything you need inside of you to be successful, right? The reason why people don't want to grasp that concept is because they're trying to find the easier way on an external level, because it is way too challenging for them to take the responsibility that this thing, this thing that's wedged between you and what you want or what you need, it's all self-invoked. Like, you are the problem. So just saying you're the problem is like devastating. It's like, no, I want to blame this on something else. I want to blame this on my mom, my cousin, the nigga that raped me, my baby daddies, that nigga that broke my heart. I gotta blame this all on them because it's easier. No. You know what you want. You know what you need. You have a vision. You need to spend some time with you so you can really understand who the fuck you are. Because once you do that, your life gets better. Not only does your life get better, you free yourself from all the expectations of other people, from all the opinions of other people. Like, you could give two shits. Because at the end of the day, when I go, last time I checked, I'm out of here dolo. I came in by myself. I'm going to leave by myself. So, me being a people pleaser, rolling out red carpets, that's not really benefiting me. Never has. I've been doing it for a while. Trust me. It don't make me happy. Now, do I like to see my people happy and win? Yes. But that is not where my ultimate happiness comes from. It's not true. I can't tell you how many niggas I know, I swear, that are from the streets. We grew up in the streets with me. Or like, even like recently, like I'm just realizing a lot of things in men and women around me. And even with my brother, I can utilize him as an example. Like, my brother really, he took on the characteristics of his environment and he really nailed that shit, and he became a big deal. But he wasn't happy inside, because the thing is, you're not ever going to be happy if you're not in alignment with the things that you really desire. Not the things that you think other people think you're supposed to have. I'm talking about like, oh, money, cars, clothes. Bitches on this. Got bitches everywhere, naked bitches or whatever. You just want what you see on TV or some shit. Or you seen your big homie growing up watching your big homie do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you think is happiness. You think because they are doing that and they look happy, that's what you want. But your level of intelligence, that's why a lot of niggas that spend a lot of time alone when they were young, or they came from bad environments, and they just end up being that nigga or something, like when they grow up and they just had that bread. They spend so much time alone, man. They spend so much time alone, and they know who the fuck they are, and they stand on who they fuck. You could tell, man, let me tell you something. A woman or a man that knows who the fuck they are, they walk is different. They walk is different. They talk is different. The way they just carry themselves is just on a whole nother level. It's nothing like what you're used to seeing. And then You take what somebody else desired and worked for, right? And you take that and you say, well, this is what I want too. No, because once you get all that shit, you're not happy on the inside. So you trying to figure out, well, what the fuck is wrong? Like, why am I not happy? Like, I got this, I got that. And I mean this shit. Because when you in survival mode, you really think like, oh, once I get this, I'm going to be happy. Once I get this, I'm going to be happy. And you keep missing it. You keep fucking missing it. None of that is going to make you, I don't care how many times you fuck a bitch, how much pussy you get, how much drugs you do, how much blunt you smoke, how much drink. Like that song, Solange, I tried to drink it away. I tried to sex it away. No, it's not going to happen. You could keep doing that. It's just not going to happen. I promise you it ain't. It's not until you align yourself with your personal heart's desires, the things with you, within you, the things that make you happy. What makes you happy might just be sitting outside in the grass in the sun, taking a nap or some shit. I don't know what your thing is, what your happy place is, but you're doing things that's according to what everybody else says makes you happy. And it ain't gonna make you happy. Unfortunately, you're just doing what you think everybody else wants you to do. Not 80% of kids go to college just because their parents told them they have to. They don't go because they want to go. They get away from who they are. Now, some kids are raised to be like where the parents don't take away from who they are. They allow them to be them. Some kids are like, really raised that way. But most children are not. Their parents invoke their opinions on them. They force a lot of shit on their children that takes away from who they are and who they are supposed to be. They don't promote thought. They make them think what they want them to think. So my message on here today is just like, get back to who you are and what makes you happy, the things that you like to do. And even if you feel like you're not in a place to do that, that's also is holding you back. You thinking that. Because there's nothing stopping you from doing something. Now, you might think, nah, I need to do this because I need to get some money. I need to do that. And that's another thing I wanted to say, too. Because I told a friend of mine, well, he's a friend of my ex's, but he had caught a case. And he just felt like, oh, God, I have to. Now, that's another thing. You niggas, if you hustling and you don't got money for the lawyer, then you are hustling backwards. Just know that. What are you doing it for? You supposed to, nothing should be hard for you to obtain if you in the streets. Like, otherwise, what are you doing it for? Because if you're doing it to nickel and dime, you can nickel and dime just legitly. And then, that way you ain't got to, at least you ain't got to worry about the police and all that. Because honestly, you can't afford it. You can't afford what's happening, what your consequences are. You need to be able to afford what the fuck might happen because you already know what type of game you playing. But anyway, when he caught his case, he was like, man, I got a lawyer, so he was stressed, and then, he got babies, and then he got all this shit going on. And this, he created this, but he's trying to take it on the chin because he know, right? But I remember telling him, you don't have to chase no money. The money can come to you. But the difference is, he thinks that he does. So I can't make him think something different. So being that he thinks that he does, that's exactly what he needs to do, because I can't make him see that. All he needs to do is sit down and become a vibrational match to what it is that he wants. My friend, she tells me all the time, when people pray or they manifest or they envision what they want, praying, to me, all of this shit is the same. You just envision what it is, and you let it go. And she told me to let she said, when you pray for this thing, it's like doing this. It's like being at the grocery store, right? And you put a pineapple on the line to go through to get, for you to pay for it, for you to have it and take it home, right? It's yours. After it goes down the conveyor belt and it's paid for, now it belongs to you. Now you can go take it and slice it how you want, do what you want with it, right? Because it's yours. It's your pineapple. Now, if you take the pineapple and you put it on the conveyor belt, you done already got the pineapple. It's yours. It's on the belt. All you doing, you about to pay for it. If you just start saying, well, I can't have that pineapple. I mean, I can't have it. Why not? It's yours. You're holding up that negative thought of something that you already asked. It's already there. The thing that you asked for is already there. But you batting it away because you're doubting that you can have it. Why can't you have it? And then I know people like, oh, I don't want to hear that positive shit. You know, I need my rent paid. Da, da, da. I done been there where I'm like, man, positive thinking don't get your bills paid. But honestly, it can. You just have to change your perception of how you think. And once your mind changes out of the lack mentality, you literally are in abundance. Literally. Like, you're in abundance anyway. Everything is, we live in an abundant world, you know. But it all depends on how you view it. And it will always be how you view it. That's a fact. It's always going to be how you view it. That is why things are the way they are. They knew if they get this, you can become a prisoner with free will. And that is sad. It's so sad to see someone in a mental prison because there's nothing stopping them from thinking a different thought. But they think that there is. So that is what it is. My brother used to always tell me, change your self-image. Change your self-image, how you view yourself. Because how you view yourself, how you love yourself, how you treat yourself, all that shit, man, that is the literally how your life is going to be. You know, like the more, that's why it's like, it's crazy about the Bible and how everything is tied together. All these different religions, all these different belief systems, all this shit. It's really, once you start to decode everything and understand everything mentally, and again, all this starts with the food. Everything is one thing, mind, body, and soul. It's all one thing. Once you got everything aligned and balanced, which again, is hard, with self, man, you are unstoppable. You are so powerful. You're born powerful in your own right. Whatever that thing is that you're good at, whatever that purpose is, that you, the little piece that you bring to this overall puzzle, is very much needed. But if you stay stuck in the other energies and let the dark side get you, and you know, get down to lay down the street code, and I mean, I promise you, this shit is some bullshit. Street code. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. Like, man, all this shit is stupid. I'm sorry. whoever still goes by that lifestyle, that's fine. But I just think that's the dumbest shit in the world. Now that I can see clearly. This is too long, but we have a level of intelligence. Okay? And a lot of the shit that you've been taught is all the fuck wrong. So undo it backward. Read it backwards, and then now that's it. Like, everything they tell you is wrong, bruh. Like, everything. But you don't got to take my word for it. Go within. Ask yourself questions. And give yourself real answers. And then the shit I'm saying will just be a confirmation. It won't be like I'm telling you to believe a thing. I'm just saying, if you listening to people that, if you looking around in their environment and that shit is not right, that means that they're not right. Something's off. Some shit is off. And they're not doing the work, or if they are doing the work, they might be in the middle of it, because there's a lot of changes that take place which you don't even see. But it ain't about what other people see. It's about what you know and what you see and what you, and where you're going and what you desire and what, who you love, and it's all about you. Mistreating you is like mistreating God. Like, it's like when somebody mistreats your kid, it's like mistreating you. It's like, what? Don't fuck with my goddamn kids. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. When my daughter was not treating herself good, it hurt me. When my daughter was getting hurt out here, that shit hurt me. Because I'm looking at it like, man, I don't want you to feel like, I don't even want you to, I don't like this. And there's nothing I can do. That's when you feel helpless, because you can't do anything for another person. All you can do is help them to see things in a different light. So hopefully they can turn things around within their life. You cannot do it for them. I don't care how much money you got. You can't do it. Just like when a crackhead, you can't make a crackhead stop smoking crack. They have to decide. An aha moment has to go off up here. And then that's when that shit happens. You can learn from anybody at any level. You can take someone else's life experience and learn from it. And when my brother decided, you know what, I don't even like J's. You know what, I don't even like, and you know what's crazy? My son never liked J's. Everybody want J's, Jordans. I mean, not taking away from the shoe or anything. I don't personally like them either. But everybody likes J's, and I know everybody has wanted a pair because everybody else was getting them. It's like, I don't even like these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers make my feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like them. I like Uggs. I like Vapor Max. I like slides. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wear what everybody else. I don't even wear sneakers to the gym like other people. I wear slides. People are like, well, that's weird. Like, yep, I've had niggas out on a day to be like, you're just so weird. Why you think like that? You the only person think like that. Okay, well, good. Thank you. I mean, what the fuck? So what's wrong with that? I don't gotta be fitting your goddamn shit. However I am is how I am. You take it or you leave it. Be out. You don't gotta deal with me. My attachments to people are gone. I'm not attaching myself to shit. If you want to go, go. Because I came here alone. I'm going to be out alone. Ain't nobody going to die with me. I don't think so anyway. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I always pray my husband, because it's already take forever for you to find somebody to connect with and love and adore, right? So I was like, damn, if I finally find that person that's for me, I want us to die together at the same time, because I don't want him to be hurt because I died, and I don't want me to be hurt because he died. So I just want us to die together, like on the Notebook when they just died together at the same time. I thought that was so romantic, because I'm a hopeless romantic. But anyway, that's our subject. This video is too long. I'm so sorry. Please watch it to the end though. Please share this message with someone that needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of Queen and Second Chances family so we can help each other along our journeys. I want you guys to help me too, but you know, whatever. I do get calls. I don't get no comments, but I do get calls. But you all have a wonderful day and enjoy, you know, your moments. And if you really try to Stay true to yourself and stay humble at the same time. Because and teach your kids these things, because these are things, if they can get it early, man, they ain't gotta go through the shit losing their identity and who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whoever they are. You don't want a kid to feel like they can't be who they are. I remember my baby daddy used to really make my son feel like he just can't be normal. Like, oh, no, do this. No, do this. You can't ask this. Like, yes, you can. You can be who the fuck you are. What the fuck? Long as you ain't just shooting niggas in the head. I mean, come on. Like, let these motherfuckers be who they are. Like I said, my brother decided he was very unhappy. I don't like J's. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this no more. I'm unhappy. I don't like stripper hoes. I don't like bottle girls no more. I mean, the bitches' bodies is perfect. Yeah, they beautiful bitches. But I don't enjoy their company. After I fuck them, I come to my senses. I'm done. I want them to leave. And a lot of niggas, they fuck with bitches based on how they look and all that shit. And that's cool. All that goddamn superficial shit that Kevin Samuels be talking about, that everybody like, yeah, it's true, and do the rings and all. Man, fuck that. I'm all about the connection. If the connection ain't there, I don't fucking want that shit. Just what it is. But anyway, if you're not if there's no connection there, you're a distraction. That's what you are. So, I feel like anything in your life, it needs to be genuine connections, and that goes with business, all that shit. If it's not that, then 9 times out of 10, it's a distraction off your path. And it comes in all shapes and sizes. Like, we know Tommy and motherfucking what's his baby mama name, his wife name. Everybody love her. Because they're like, why did he do her like that? But it's like, he outgrew that situation. And instead of her growing with him, she decided she wants to stay with a drug dealer nigga. But then she started fucking the goddamn lawyer nigga. So he's legit. Like, what? Go, just fuck him. You know, I don't know. This motherfucking shit is crazy. But my point is, the people that are close to you, the closest to you, that you love, that you got the most love for, like Tommy, he loved Tommy, right? But it became his rival. Why? Because he outgrew that shit, and motherfuckers don't want you to outgrow them. No. They don't want that. You got to stay right here and be right here and be fucked up with me. No, I'm not doing that. Sorry, I don't want to snort powder and just have no life purpose. Just sell drugs. That's it. Shoot niggas. Come up with ways to... Like, that's not a life. That's not life. Street life. That's the only life I know. Street life. That's the only life I know. Street life. I love that song too, but I'm gonna tell you what. That is something you're familiar with. That's it. That's all it is. It's just something you're familiar with. It's not life. And the sooner you grasp that, the sooner you will be happy. Signing off. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy it all.